Michigan Senate has called Governor Whitmer's COVID strategy go it alone. Well, now the Senate appears ready to go it alone on the issue of Whitmer's nursing home policy. It comes after the Michigan Attorney General decided she is not going to investigate that policy, which put COVID positive patients in the same buildings and facilities as COVID negative patients. Rod Maloney now live with what comes next in this fight. Rod?
Well, you know, Devin, there are many in the Senate who were not surprised by this, but it still kind of lit a fire under them because the senator who was leading the charge in this, State Senator Jim Runestad of White Lake, is now saying, hey, let's bring in the lawyers.
I think we're going to have to do some things in the budget, whether it's funding a special prosecutor. We're talking about a lot of different issues right now in terms of what we can do, because the people in the state of Michigan need to have answers.
Runestad and 7 other senators sent a letter last month to Attorney General Dana Nessel asking her to look into the nursing home deaths, particularly a lack of proper reporting to the public and to the feds. Considering New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's problems, Runestad wants to know the number of nursing home patients sent from a nursing home to the hospital and passed away there. The Attorney General sent a return letter saying she had no probable cause to investigate, and the senators offered no specific evidence of a crime. She said, quote, "Though I will not hesitate to act when justified, I also will not abuse the investigatory powers of this department to launch a political attack on any state official, regardless of party or beliefs. Law enforcement officials have an ethical duty to resist political pressure intended to influence the conduct, focus, duration, or outcome of a criminal investigation, and to limit the political impact of an investigation without regard to the official, personal, political beliefs or affiliations," end quote.
There's so many families that want to get to the bottom of the data. What happened with this decision to put COVID-infected patients in with uninfected patients in a nursing home? Only 5 states did this. It was a disastrous policy.
Now, the governor put out a statement this afternoon pointing to 2 things, the University of Michigan study that was done, and also praise from the AARP, saying that she did a good job, fast action, good decision making, but the Republicans say that those sources are really just her friends and that there needs to be more done. Just paying attention to that. Back to you.
And we keep looking at these numbers, Rod, of how many people died from COVID in nursing homes, but that's that we know of, right?
Right, exactly. The number that the state published today is 5,551, which would be 35% of all Michigan's COVID deaths. Now, there is the belief in the Senate that there are other numbers that are not being reported, and that's really what they're after here.
We'll stay on the fight. All right, Rod.
Fox 2 News at 10 starts now.
The governor's order to move COVID-19 patients to nursing homes under fire. Republicans believe people died because of that order, and they want an investigation.
The state attorney general says no, but the GOP isn't backing down. Fox 2's Taryn Ashley here now with more on what could happen next. Taryn.
Yeah, this is what they want to know. It all comes down to this. Did COVID nursing home patients die because of Governor Whitmer's policies during the pandemic? 8 Republican senators, including Jim Runestad, says they still haven't received any answers, but they aren't giving up.
It's very disappointing for those family members who have lost loved ones.
Despite this letter from Attorney General Dana Nessel declining a request for an investigation into Governor Whitmer's nursing home patient policies, Senator Jim Runestad says he and a group of Republicans is pushing forward.
We want to know the numbers. Were the numbers accurate? Is what happened in New York, is that what happened here? We're not going to get any answers. They're ideas that we'll just cover everything up. We'll pay people not to talk. We'll give these big contracts out, the hush money contracts.
So far, Runestad claims House Oversight Committee hearings, lawsuits, and Freedom of Information requests have been stonewalled by state officials. The senators now say they plan to issue subpoenas and hire a special prosecutor to get the data they need, starting with why COVID patients were placed with non-infected nursing home residents, in some cases without the proper precautions in place.
This is a real issue in terms of why was that done, what was the ramifications, and what is the data. And so we're not going to get any of that, at least from the Attorney General.
Also, why the senators say the number of nursing home deaths reported to the feds were much different than those reported to the state. They're also asking families of patients who died of COVID in a nursing home to come forward.
What I would say in the meantime, till we get this ramped up and either get subpoena power or get a special prosecutor, every family member listening to this report that had a family member die needs to make a report at the local police department. That then gets sent up to the prosecutor. If we get enough of those, that can get the prosecutors involved in the individual counties.
Now, in her response letter, AG Nessel making it clear the choice to investigate a claim is free from political motivation. She said, quote, though I will not hesitate to act when justified, I also will not abuse the investigatory powers of this department to launch a political attack of any state official, regardless of party or beliefs, end quote.
Tarrant, state Republicans are not the only people asking questions. Former Fox 2 reporter Charlie LaDuff has filed a lawsuit to get the numbers. And Macomb County prosecutor Pete Lucido is also asking families to come forward with possible complaints. Is this all connected?
Well, it's all going on at the same time. And because they feel everybody's being stonewalled, that's now why they're bringing in the special prosecutor, possibly if they can get the funding for that, and also the subpoenas to be able to get the information. Bottom line, though, AG Nessel said, you know, they did not provide any sort of proof of a possible law being violated, and that's why it didn't warrant a criminal investigation. So we'll have to see where it goes from here. Huel is likely going to take a while.
And we know you'll follow the story every step of the way. Tarrant, thank you.